Yo, what's happening, everybody? Jake from Menace Squad here. First of all, I'd just like to apologize because if it's not already obvious, this is a very short, sped up version of what was once Fire Emblem Episode 9, and it is a post commentary by me. Michael wasn't able to be here just because we weren't able to organize a recording on such short notice. Um, so, yeah, what basically happened is, if it's not already obvious, we've lost the audio to this episode. We did our best to recover it. Apparently, well, the best idea we could come up with was that when we first recorded this episode, we were trying to bounce some of the files over for Mikey to do some of the audio processing, and my laptop ended up crashing at that moment, which must have corrupted some of the files, and it just fucked up. So since then, we're actually much further ahead than this episode at this point, so it wouldn't really make much sense for us to replay the game up to this point. And yeah, so we just figured the best course of action was to, well, at first we tried our best to recover the files. We we were trying to play on every different possible player we could. Then we tried a bunch of different methods to recover the files, and none of them seemed to work. The only thing that I could find that might possibly work is if I were to manually get every 5-second clip that was saved and reorder them and figure out which one's which and like piece it together like a puzzle for a half an hour episode. Well, it was about at least a 27 minute episode, and that would take me ages, like days at a time, to the point where this episode would be way too late to begin with, and it just wouldn't be worth the time. Plus, the reason it probably corrupted is because some of those files ended up fucking up, so there would be occasionally just a blank piece of audio, if I were to guess. So we just didn't think it was worth it. So we decided just to compromise and just, look, let's just do a sped up episode, because if we were to have this at full speed and just do post commentary, it would be pretty boring, because we're not actually strategizing anymore. We've already done this. So this is just what we came up with. It's kind of a wash of an episode. I apologize, but hey, next episode will be back to normal. Like, this is obviously recorded very much in advance, so episode 10 everything is fine, and that'll be coming next week as per the schedule. We have a little bit of time before we get to the story portion, which won't be sped up, so I'm just going to quickly go over the story. There's not a whole heap that has happened at this point in the story. Basically, we got introduced to Grail and the Grail mercenaries, introduced to his son Ike, and introduced to all the other characters here. And the main part when the story happened was when Soren came back from the town of, well, the capital of Crimea, which is the country they live in. He came back from the capital of Melior with news that Dayan has announced war. They have the Mad King Ashnard has came to attack Crimea's capital, Melior. I don't know if it was him personally that did it, but there was a bunch of Wyvern riders, and I know that Ashnard is a Wyvern rider. So so they came in and they attacked the capital, and Princess Elincia fled the castle. So what happened then is the whole company was deciding whether or not they wanted to help Crimea or whether they just wanted to stay put. Shinnon, Gatry, and Soren were kind of on the side of, hey, we're not getting paid, we don't need to do this. Everyone else was kind of on the side of, we should probably help out, because this isn't Crimea's fault. They're usually a peaceful country, and, you know, they don't deserve this kind of thing. So, Grail, intending to, you know, kind of train his son up, got Ike to lead the company into the town of Melior just to see what's up. They were attacked by Dayan, and then they came across Princess Elincia, who she told them who she was, that she's kind of just the princess, and she's kind of a big deal, and that she needs to get to Gallia, and now she's asking their help to get to Gallia. They were kind of torn on what's going to happen there, but I don't know if they decide after this or before this what they're going to do. Anyway, onto the story here. I'm not going to speed this part up, and we're just going to be able to read the story together. How have they lasted this long? Just who are these mercenaries? Knowing enemy strength is vital. I didn't get to keep up with that. So they ended up clearing the surrounding troops. Dayan's retreating, and now they're considered enemies of the Dayan army. So their fate is kind of sealed. They kind of have to side with Crimea now, which was already, I suppose, kind of sealed when Dane attacked them just on the way to Melior, when they said, "Hey, we've got nothing to do with Crimea. We're just mercenaries." All right, so they're gonna secure a road so that they can have safe transport to Gallia for, well, like I said, Princess Valencia. So they're abandoning their old hideout. Well, not hideout, but their base. They're saying everything else will burn and all that, so... Sorry if there's not much to say. I'm not used to, like, I'm used to doing commentaries on my own, but like I've always said, I was never a fan of doing Fire Emblem on my own, and that's why I had Mikey along to this, but this episode is just a one-off weird situation that we couldn't help. See, so this is kind of confirming that Valencia wasn't really raised in the court like most princesses. She was raised, you know, just doing it kind of like a normal girl. She rode horses, practiced sword fighting and everything, so she was raised just like any other kid, not really like a princess. And I think, I can't remember if it's mentioned here, but it kind of said that Valencia was kind of hidden from the public, so that she wouldn't be in danger and all that, so that's why a lot of people may not have known about her. Anyway, that was talking about Miss Medallion, and that's going to become important later on in the story. Used to belong to her mother. That's all she has to remember her by. I don't think Miss knew her mother very well, because she would have been very young when her mum passed away. They wonder what the light means. Because normally medallions, well, they don't glow. But that's happening at the moment. So now we're introduced to Petrine. My god, is this woman a bitch. Yeah. She's not happy with the fact that we got away. I care nothing about your pathetic honor. Successful fail, life or death. Hey, you get this trash out of here. Ouch, man. He did his best. Dog's breath. I'm surrounded by worthless imbeciles. Ina, Anna. There's a lot of names in this game that I don't know how to pronounce correctly. Even the word Myrmidon, I don't know how to say it. I think I said Myrmidian in the previous episode, which is not correct. There's no extra I in there. But I don't know how to say that word. The remnants of the Crimean army are negligible. So she's informing them that she knows where they're going. They're going to Gallia. Seeks friendship of the hairy devils. So we'll find out just what she means by hairy devils in Gallia. I'm doing my best not to ruin anything because, like I've said, we are actually much further in this at this point. We are up to episode 19. As far as recording goes. Mercenaries, what are they to me? I'm General Petrine. It took me a while to click here, apparently. Oh my god. It's so weird doing this, because I don't know, I can't even check the audio. I don't know what I said at this point, why it took me so long to click here. I've never felt nor have I ever... Haha, wait. I wonder if that cutscene was supposed to end there, I'm not even sure. But oh well, thank you for watching, guys. I am, again, sorry, this wasn't much of an episode. A pretty boring one, but it's all I could do. And literally the only reason this episode is even here and it exists is just to fill in the blanks so that it doesn't look like, hey, we skipped half of this chapter and moved on to the next episode. So yeah, so this was kind of a wash of an episode. If you watched, if you enjoyed, thank you. If not, then I apologize again. This is the best I could do. I'll see you guys in the next episode of Fire Emblem, which will be coming out next week. Thanks again, guys. Bye.